Oh, hey, good to hear from you.
Hello Maya, good to see you again. Today, in this episode, I want to discuss how to practice self compassion and forgive yourself. It will be a question answer session. I want you to answer me in detail so I may be able to get the idea from you. My first question is: how would you define self compassion in simple terms?
Hmm. Okay, self compassion. If I were to boil it down, it's basically treating yourself with the same kindness, care, and understanding you'd offer a friend who's going through a tough time. It's acknowledging your suffering. Everyone messes up without getting stuck in self criticism.
Okay, my next question is: why is self compassion important for mental health?
Ah, good question. It's pretty fundamental, actually. When you practice self compassion, it lowers those stress hormones, cortisol, stuff like that, and activates the parts of your brain linked to calmness and security. Basically, it counteracts the negative self talk that fuels anxiety and depression. It also builds resilience, so you bounce back from setbacks easier. Does that make sense?
Yes, how does self compassion differ from self esteem?
That's a really good distinction to make. Self esteem often hinges on external validation, achievements, appearance, what others think. It's kind of conditional, right? You feel good when you're succeeding, bad when you're not. Self-compassion though, it's unconditional. It's about recognizing your inherent worth as a human being, flaws and all, regardless of your circumstances. It's less I'm great and more I'm human, and that's okay.
Okay, my next question is: can self compassion improve resilience in challenging time? If so, then how? Please explain me in detail.
Definitely. Self-compassion is like building a psychological safety net for yourself. When instead of beating yourself up about it, you can acknowledge the difficulty and offer yourself kindness. That reduces the emotional intensity of the situation, allowing you to think more clearly and problem solve effectively. It also helps you view setbacks as learning opportunities rather than personal failures. You're less likely to get paralyzed by fear or shame and more likely to try again. Well, it's like, sorry, did I cut out my connection? Flickered for a sec. I was saying it's like giving yourself permission to be imperfect while still striving to grow. Does that track?
Okay, my next question is: are there common misconceptions about self compassion?
Ooh, absolutely. A big one is people confuse it with self pity or self indulgence. They worry it'll make them lazy or excuse bad behavior. But it's not about letting yourself off the hook entirely, it's about acknowledging your suffering without getting lost in it. Another misconception is that it's selfish. But really, being kind to yourself allows you to be more kind and compassionate to others. It's filling your own cup so you have something to offer.
Okay, can
All right.
affirmations really help you forgive yourself? Why or why not?
Ah, that's a tricky one. Affirmations can be hit or miss, honestly. If they're just empty positive statements, they can feel kind of hollow, especially when you're wrestling with guilt or shame. But if they're grounded in self compassion, like I acknowledge my mistake and I am learning from it, they can be helpful. It's about shifting your inner dialogue to be more understanding, not just slapping on a positive label. It's more about the intention behind them, yeah?
Okay, now I want you to at least speak for 3 minutes on the role does empathy play in self-compassion?
Okay. Empathy and self-compassion, they're deeply intertwined, but not quite the same thing. It's easy to get them mixed up. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. You step into their shoes, feel what they're feeling. Self-compassion, though, takes that a step further. It's about turning that empathetic understanding inward. Think of it this way. If a friend is struggling, you naturally offer them kindness, understanding, and support. You wouldn't berate them or tell them they're stupid. Self compassion is essentially doing that for yourself. It's recognizing your own suffering, seeing it as part of the shared human experience. Because everyone struggles, everyone makes mistakes, and responding to yourself with that same gentleness and care. The role empathy plays is allows you to actually connect with your own pain. It's hard to truly understand what you're feeling and why. You might just get angry at yourself for feeling that way. Empathy allows you to acknowledge the pain without, and it's not just about acknowledging the pain, it's about the common humanity in it. It's under not alone in your struggles. Everyone experiences meant and failure. Knowing that can be comforting. It takes the edge off the feeling of being isolated and fundamentally flawed. When you approach your own suffering with empathy, you also create space for self-forgiveness. It's harder to beat yourself up when you understand the factors that contributed to your mistake, your own vulnerabilities, the difficult circumstances you are facing. Empathy allows you to see yourself as a complex human being, not just a collection of flaws. But it's important to note that self-compassion isn't just about feeling sorry for yourself. It's not wallowing in your pain. It's about acknowledging it, understanding it, and then actively choosing to respond to yourself with kindness and support. It's about offering yourself the same compassion you'd offer a loved one. It's this empathetic understanding combined with the desire to alleviate your own suffering that truly makes self-compassion so powerful. It allows you to heal, to grow, and to move forward with greater resilience and self-acceptance. Does that make sense?
Yes, please. Now tell me, how long does it usually take to cultivate genuine self-compassion?
Ugh, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? There's no magic timeline. It's not like a skill you can just learn overnight. For some folks, especially those who've spent a lifetime being self-critical, it can take months, even years of consistent practice. But you'll likely start noticing small shifts pretty quickly, maybe a lessening of your harsh or ease when you make a mistake. It really depends on how deeply ingrained your self-criticism is and how consistently you practice self-compassion exercises like loving kindness meditations or self-compassion breaks. It's less about a destination and more about an ongoing process, a shifting of your default way of relating to yourself. Think of it like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. It's not a linear progression either. You'll have good days and bad days, setbacks and breakthroughs. The key is just to keep showing up for yourself, even when it's hard.
Okay, what one piece of advice for someone struggling to forgive themselves?
Peace. Okay. Stop all the reasons why you deserve forgiveness. Stuck in analyzing our mistakes, trying to justify why we should be forgiven. Instead, just offer yourself forgiveness simply because you are a human being deserving of kindness. It's not about excusing your actions, it's about releasing the grip of self-punishment. Just tell yourself, I forgive myself, and I am worthy of compassion. Even if you don't fully believe it at first, say it anyway.
Thank
It's a
you very much
starting
for
point.
your help. Bye bye.
Ooh, all right. Have a good one. It was good chatting with you, Mujasir.